Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, after trying one more time with other ways of doing things and deciding that at the very least the new drive had to be partitioned and formatted, as some have said, before Windows is going to do anything with it and before the system will be able to boot and so on with it. I gave in. I put the new drive in by itself and then started the process that we all hate of installing Windows. Fortunately, I have a book to read so that I didn't actually have to sit and watch the whole process. Although I did, once it was done, have to make a call to Microsoft to get the thing actually allowed to function. That's beautiful, fun, copying two sets of 10 groups of 6-character digits, well, 6-digit number, 10 of them, once going out, once coming back. That's fun, copying all of that. And then they say, go ahead and copy this number down, and then every 5 seconds they interrupt you. Are you through yet, or do you need more time? Are you through yet, or do you need more time? I mean, it takes me a little bit more than that to write down 6 digits and make sure they're correct, you know? And I had to do that for 10 groups. Beautiful. Anyway, it's up. And right now it's on the default monitor size and everything, which is, well, the resolution is hideously slow, or small, because it's like 1024 by 768 or some nonsense like that. I'm used to 1600 by 900. This thing, all the icons and everything are gigantic. It's ridiculous. But I'll get that taken care of once I get a driver up with a video card. Speaking of which, anywho, speaking of graphics card, a very cool individual whose name I cannot quite remember, nor am I absolutely certain I can pronounce it correctly, did something awesome and sent to me a graphics card. I believe it's a GTX 960 or something like that. This is extremely, excruciatingly cool. And while I have said thank you in direct messages, sir, I will say it again. Thank you. This is extremely awesome of you. I will, however, let you know that contrary to the way UPS usually is, UPS is usually very, very good when it comes to shipping. They really are. But I will say this. I am very glad that you used foam packing and padding and such like on the inside of the box, because this is the condition it arrived. Okay, I cut the tape to open it, but this is the overall condition it arrived in. It looks very much like somebody stood on it or drove over it. Well, maybe not drove over it, there's no tire prints or footprints either for that matter, but it looks very much like somebody tried to drop kick it from you to me. I had this happen once before, a long time ago. I think your bubble wrap and foam packing and whatnot saved that graphics card from a very ugly demise. And as in, not only is it intact, it's installed right now. All I got to do yet is get drivers from it from the NVIDIA website, but that won't be a problem. Right now, what I've got going on is I have begun the agonizing process of copying material from the old drive to the new drive, because currently Windows can actually see it and the new one at the same time. You know, the new one had to be formatted and partitioned. I should have thought of that. Other folks said that, and I'm thinking when I saw that, yeah, you're right. It's got to be partitioned. And it's not like the old days. You could pop a floppy disk in there and do a format /S and have it done. No, 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 no. Those days are long gone. Yeah. You got to put it into a system that can see it and actually boot with it, and then get out the system manager and see to it that it's partitioned. Either that or run a Windows install on it. Yeah. Okay, so things are going. It's gonna take a while. I've got about 87 gigabytes of stuff set to copy right now, and that's just one main directory tree, what I call my archives directory. Is where I put important downloads and things like for example, every installation and every mod and everything that I've ever done for KSP is in that directory. Archives, installed archives, and all of the mods and whatnot that I've ever used and so on. All that's in there. Tons of Minecraft stuff is in there, and a whole boatloads of other stuff that you don't care about is in there too. Yeah, 57,000 files, and that's just one directory tree. I've got a whole bunch of them to do, so it may be a while before everything is back in action, but it has begun, and for that I'm grateful. Updates later. Okay, it is now 5 hours or more later, and the copying continues. There is a lot of stuff that needs to be copied. A lot of it just so that I can get back to doing what I need to be doing. But it's going to take a while. In fact, this whole process could easily take days. I will say that for the most part the copying has been successful. There has so far, in the tens of thousands of files being copied, there has been one that I've had to hit retry a couple of times on and ended up hitting skip it. Everything else so far that is successfully being copied from the old drive to the new. But because the old drive is pretty much on its last legs, it's taking a long time. Anyway, it's going to take a while, but the recovery is in progress and it's underway. It's happening. How long it's going to take to finish, I couldn't begin to tell you. How long it's going to take to get at least to where I can actually pick up where I left off video-wise, I don't know yet. But there's at least something positive happening for a change. I'm having to sit here by the thing just in case it run into a failure thing with a file copy, so that I can hit try again or skip or whatever, because unless you're right there to do that, of course the whole process stops until you do. Yeah. Anyway, that's what's going on, and I know this video has probably gotten kind of on the long side, but couldn't be helped. I will try to cut some of it down, but in the meanwhile, I am working on Book 3 of The Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King. Very good. Been too long since I've read it all the way through. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be back with an update hopefully tomorrow, and we'll see what's going on from there. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.
Mr. TinFoilChef.